Hey Capricorn, I am back with your February 26th daily reading. I was trying to record it a different way and hopefully still working out technical issues, and I was trying a different way. Well, in the middle of your reading it cut off, so normally when that happens I completely redo your reading, but I felt like this reading really needed to be put out there. And so I'm going with it, and apparently I need to keep it under 13 minutes for this way to work, which I haven't been able to do lately. Okay, so when I was shuffling your cards to begin with, the Three of Cups came out. And, yeah, I thought it was going to be a happy reading. It wasn't, as you can see. But this has been going on in the background, but really all it was telling me is what you're trying to decide right now. I did get the vibe that this was a relationship reading after I got into it, because you had the Three of Cups here and then you had the Knight of Cups here, but he looks like he's walking away, which is what he's doing. And then you had a decision card here, that a decision needs to be made, but you're not wanting to make it, but that's your focus. So, and I did go on a long spiel. Let me preface all of this by saying, okay, before I start getting like, thumbs down because this message isn't super happy, or you start panicking, or you start getting sad, or anything like that. This is a daily reading. This is for a 24-hour period, okay? What is right for you right this minute probably is going to change from 3 days from now, but you need to kind of go through this part so you can get the different outcomes. Also, energy is fluid. If you don't like these cards and you don't like what they're saying, although I don't feel like there's much, you can always change them, okay? You can always change the energy. You can always change what's going on. You do have free will, and you can change whatever you got going on in here. But there is and this could be even a three-party situation. They might have been seeing someone else. So, back to your focus. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Like I said, I already did this reading. That's why I normally like to start over, but I feel like this needs to be out there. Alright, so your focus is the Two of Swords, and you don't have clarity right now. It's not that you don't have clarity. The thing is you don't want to make this decision. Alright? So, and the decision is really between these cards. Do you stay and reconcile with this person, or do you leave? Do you take your feelings, do you take your emotions, and you leave? That's the decision that needs to be made. You are not wanting to make it. You have put your blinders on, your blindfold on, because you don't want to see the situation. And when I pulled these cards, I pulled these at the end, but it really made sense. You don't want to make this choice because there's children involved, okay? So, you don't want to make this choice because you're worried about the kids. You don't want the kids to be hurt. You don't want to completely change their lives. The kids are happy. You want to keep them happy. I feel like that is really the motive with you not wanting to make this decision. The kids are keeping you from wanting to make the decision. You put the blindfold on to the deceptive crap that was going on by whoever you're trying to reconcile with. Maybe they were having an affair. Your intuition told you. Okay, when I saw this card as your obstacle, it's like you're not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is telling you. You have a gut feeling that something isn't right about who you're with. They're acting different. They're behaving different. They're not themselves. And it's probably because they had a three-party situation going on over here. They were seeing someone on the side. So you were thinking about the kids and like, no, that's not, I'm just being paranoid. So you put the blindfold on. But like, your advice was, what's going on. You knew what's going on. Take the blindfold off, honey. See what's happening in front of you. And I feel like you do. You end up taking the blindfold off because you make the decision and you walk away. You leave. If there are kids involved, you take the kids and you leave. Or you kick them out because I haven't pulled this card yet. I've pulled it, I use the Romance Angels a good bit, especially personally. I have not pulled this card. Actually, I didn't even know it was in there. But when I saw this and this, and you and, you know, not listening to your intuition. The blindfold was because you were not wanting to see the deception. You're kind of wanting to pretend it wasn't there. And I commend you, because it's because you aren't thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about, you know, you being happy. You're worried about the kids, okay? You're worried about the children. You may have kids with this person, or, you know, they may have kids and you love their kid, you know, you love his kids or her kids, whatever it is. But you choose to leave. You take the blinders off and you make the decision and you leave. And I don't, like I said, this is 24-hour period. While you might not physically leave, you start making the plans and, you know, planning to leave. Especially if you have kids, it's kind of hard to just move, you know, up and out. But that's what I got for you, Capricorn. And I know it doesn't sound happy, but please keep in mind this is for a 24-hour span of time. So this is just really like a sand, you know, a speck of sand in an hourglass. Like, you know, there's just not, well, longer than an hourglass, but you know what I mean. In the scheme of things, this is just a blip on the radar. This does not mean that you may not reconcile with this person. If there was not a three-party situation going on here, you may be reconciling with this person in the future, but you have to leave first to do that. But there's definitely some of you, you know, you're not going back because they cheated on you and they were deceiving you, and you move on, and I don't believe you look back. So this is a really down reading, a kind of deep reading. This is not like a super happy time for you. I get this. Just know that this is a snapshot of time. I do see that this is probably going to be lingering a little bit, but know that you'll get through this. And I definitely was not fussing at y'all. I think you know, when kids are involved, it does make things icky because you always want to do what's best for the kids, even at your own expense. And, you know, that's just kind of what we do. So I get it, Capricorn. I totally get it. I really do hope that your readings look happier from here on out. But I guess we will see. I'll see you next time, Capricorn.